Hello, team. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever salute is needed in whatever place you are in the world. And at the moment, you are seeing back this streaming. Today we have the sixth community meet for the Google Summer of Code. I'm gonna start sharing the screens, the slides. And let me just 1 second review some of the slides are still not fully developed because we are some mentors. Mentor Josh is here, Mentor Vedan is here, I think. Where is Vedan? Hey Vedan, are you there? Just coming. Hi Josh. Mentor Oscar is too here. Thank you, Oscar. And that's gonna share this thing, but I will have it here too. Excuse me. Okay, we can do this in 2 directions. Okay, so thank you all for coming. Let's start because, as usual, we have plenty of information to share and to comment. I don't know what's going on today. My screen is doing something weird. Oh, strange. We started a few minutes late because when I'm sharing my screen, the Meet screen is something like if Meet today is not working rightly, or maybe it's my computer. I don't know. I have to make some adjustments. 1 second. Very strange. Very strange thing. Strange things. Okay. Okay. Let's see what happens when I share the screen. Okay, a list here appears right, but I still have to make some changes. 1 second. Some days the systems do not want to work as usual, so this is live. I have to adjust this live. Thankfully, I run this with OBS, and OBS is an incredible good program, open source like us. Okay, I think we are not ready to start. So the first phrase is, congratulations, you all passed midterm. Now you have to deliver for real. Rafaida is celebrating. That's good to celebrate. So you get half the money. Raise your hand if the ones you get the money. Oh, Matia get the money. Shiven get the money. Ryan get, Ryan, Aritra, Rafaida. Mahinor is not raising his hand. Mahimor didn't receive the money. No? You didn't? Open your mic, Mahinor. Your mic is closed.
No, I did receive.
You didn't receive it?
I did receive it.
Seriously?
No, I did.
You did, okay. I know David, that is here.
Yeah.
Did not receive the money because there was a problem with the payment, with something he write, I understand, badly in the Google Forms. Remember that we are not the one that pay you, is Google, so it's something between you and Google. So if there is any kind of problem, you can reach us, but you have to reach Google for the payment. But I hope you all get the money. Not Oscar, not Jazz, not Vedan, not me, because mentors are not getting paid. Maybe sometime we will get a shirt or something like this, but not too much. Okay, questions. Remember, I told you all the time, GSoC is a race, and we are still we passed half of the race. That's good. That's good. We started back something in October, November last year. Many jumps, many time, and now we are almost on the end. But we still have to reach the end. We pass all of them. All of you pass midterm. That's fantastic. But you have to accomplish. Also reach the final situation for getting all the money. And also, of course, for getting your, I would say, Google certificate for Google Summer of Code, succeed Google Summer of Code, and just write a perfect, lovely note in LinkedIn or whatever place you like to do, as many of you are doing. So still, you have to be maintaining your daily work log, because we and other persons take a look at this. Your GitHub updated, please. I don't want to name people. I don't like to name people publicly, but there are 4 students on this, 4 contributors on this call today that haven't upgraded their GitHub from, I will say, from 5 days ago, and this is not good. You have to upgrade your GitHub suddenly, and have your weekly meeting with my mentor, and more things that come on the next slides. Again, all email communications have to be. I said these things every day because you still are not doing it right. I know you are fast. We're all day we have too many things to do, but you didn't remember, and this creates to us some complication. Okay, all the communications have to be to me, to your mentor, to me, and to Liquid Galaxy Lab. Okay, always CC these 3 persons plus the person you are maintaining a conversation, like Oscar or whatever person. The person that you are going to be talking in a daily basis will be Oscar, because he's the one that is pushing your applications to the Play Store. So he will be the one receiving, all the feedback from around and then putting it back to you. Again, you have already raise your hand, all the people that have read the documentation, the errors documentation. Everyone? Mentors, you can raise your hand too, because I send it to the mentors, just didn't receive the communication. You are raising your hand? No. Yash.
Yeah, actually I didn't read it at all at the moment. So yeah, I will be.
Okay. So all of you have the documentation. This is the way we are doing this year. You have a document. We mark the things, the issues your program is having. This is not public, but this every of you and every mentor of you have the document, and please review the document and follow the errors and correct the errors. Every Tuesday, when I have to push you all for sending the new APK, we will be testing the new things you are incorporating, and also the errors already on the application. This is the way. At some point, when you didn't catch an error we see clearly on the Liquid Galaxy, but you need some kind of visual guidance, we will send you a short videos. This will be in a personal way, and showing specifically how the things happens in a real Liquid Galaxy. You're gonna see some examples in a moment. Okay. So focus. I told you since the very beginning, Google pays you for the KMLs, for the visualization on the Liquid Galaxy. Google, I would say, would not pay you for a fantastic UX. You have to have a fantastic UX UI on the Flutter application, of course. But the most important thing is having a very nice visualization of the Liquid Galaxy. Also, some of you, and again, I don't want to put names. I have the name of Rofaida here because I'm liking Rofaida representation of in his project AIS next to his mentor Oscar, that it was has today. But of course, you are doing good visualizations. But Rofaida is a good sample. You will see it later. I understand. You have to focus on very nice representation on the Liquid Galaxy. If you focus on your local stuff, on the Flutter application, on the machine learning and so on, that's your task too. But the final thing is seen on the Liquid Galaxy. So you have to focus on the Liquid Galaxy. Please. For example, and again, typical problems we are seeing, and I'm very common and easy to solve. Logos, bad size, bad aspect ratio, or non-existent. Some of you still, and you are two days on the delivery of the APK. You still are not presenting the logos on the right place. And as we have said since the very beginning, logos are very important. So please do the logos thing rightly. And for this, Jas will explain again the logos thing.
So do remember to have really good KML logos and always in the right aspect ratio. Also, they should not take all of the screen of your left LG. Make sure to have some space so that you can do all the visualization thing. Usually it is on the top left corner of the leftmost LG screen. So yeah, do it that way. So a UX discussion, if whether or when they should appear or when they should not appear. So they must appear whenever your application is launched, because the purpose of the logo is to showcase whichever app is currently being played onto the Liquid Galaxy. So yeah, it is a visualization tool, right? So we would want that we know that which app is playing at the moment. Also, if you can try the application whenever it closes, if your logos can automatically disappear. This has not been implemented so far. The La Palma, you had to go to the LG tools and clear the logos. But if you can make it such an innovative UX where they can get automatically cleared, I would say there is a connection with the Flutter and then the SSH get disconnected. So if you can send something to clear the logos at that moment, then it might be a clever UX and it might be something that we could follow for the years to go. So yeah, make sure that you can check out that.
So let's gonna see a few samples. And remember, you can raise your hand. I think, well, in a few slides, the samples will appear. More questions. There are some, you're using, I will say, you're using some bad naming on settings and on some of the screens, and I imagine you will do the same bad error in the documentation or in the help of the program. You're using in a bad way some terms. For example, rig, the term rig, the word rig, and for the same way, what a Liquid Galaxy means, no? So let's. This is something we talked about many streamings ago. So Liquid Galaxy is the name of the whole thing. Liquid Galaxy project is, I will say, the code base. Liquid Galaxy community is the community we have. But a rig, for example, a rig means a unity. I mean, a piece of a Liquid Galaxy, a set of a Liquid Galaxy. Usually 3 computers plus 3 screens plus a tablet. This is a rig. The whole thing, the full set. It can be 3 screens, 5 screens, 7 screens, more screens. But this is a rig. A rig is not a computer. A rig is not the Liquid Galaxy. The rig is the hardware thing, the full thing of the hardware related to a Liquid Galaxy, and it's one rig. You in some places you are saying rigs, and this is not right because you are not using rigs. You are using only one rig. Okay. We will be checking your naming, and we will be sending you correction on this. But just I wanted just to correct this. Something happened, for example, in the number of screens in the setup screen in the Liquid Galaxy setup. Some of you have problems regarding that. You have to have a configuration fail on the number of screens that has the Liquid Galaxy your application is working for, because you have to send the logos to the most left screen and to the contents to the right screen, and then the KMLs to all the screens. So for this reason, we ask usually if you have you have to ask how many screens. Some of you are not asking how many screens, and some of you are sending information to the bad screen, and it was bad. I don't want to say names because it's not it's a common error, but remember that there has to be in the setup screen on a question asking how many screens this rig has. We can say this Liquid Galaxy, but for rig we mean the hardware, the thing we can touch. Liquid Galaxy is the code base, and then with this information, if you are running, for example, in the laboratories, we have at this moment we have 5 screens. You will see the photos in a second. we have a 5 screens, 55 inches screen as a Liquid Galaxy. Then we have another 5 screens with very small screens, something like 20 inches screens, Liquid Galaxy. And then we have 3 screens and another 3 screens. So we have 5, 3, and 5. We have 4 rigs ready being used for testing your applications. So we will test your application against both sizes, rig sizes, the 3 screens and 5 screens. So you have to notice that, because if not, some of you, for example, send to the same screen on the 3 screens rig and to the same screen in a 5 screen rig. So the logos go not to the right place and the contents go not to the right place. We will be sending photos. We are sending photos already. You have the photos of your errors on the document. The next thing is very important. I think I have maybe later I have a photo, because this morning we were very busy testing your applications, because some of you send it in the morning. Remember that we are in Spain in the main Liquid Galaxy lab. We are working physically in the laboratory only in the mornings. So we are there 5 hours, around 5 hours in the morning, but not all day long. And then as we have many time zones, colleague Ryan is in Canada, and some of you in Egypt, Spain, and India, of course. So this morning, that is Wednesday, we still have plenty of your applications to be tested. And I don't have enough time to take the photos, but let me explain what's going on. Some of you are going places, okay? You send the Liquid Galaxy to a place. You go to Paris, and then one of the things that is really the most beautiful view of a Liquid Galaxy is the 3D building view. Not all the world has these 3D views, because it's a matter that Google has not all the world in 3D views. For example, in India, sadly, there are not too much cities, if even one, that has 3D views, but in several other places of the world they have. So you go to a place, and then imagine this is the Liquid Galaxy, the screens of the Liquid Galaxy. You go to a place, you move the Liquid Galaxy to a place, and the camera is looking this way. This way we call it zenithal, meaning that you take a look at the city or the place from the top. But this way you don't see the perspective. You don't see that this is a 3D thing. Your camera has to be in that way, oblique way. It has to be something like 40 degrees, 45 degrees. Not this way. Have to be this way, because this way, when you are approached to a place, you move the camera, and then if there is something 3D, you see the building in 3D. You see the object, the Eiffel Tower, the Egypt pyramids, or whatever, the Taj Mahal, to go India, in full perspective. If you go zenithal, you see it flat, and this is not good. So please remember, some of you are still sending the Liquid Galaxy to a place and not doing it with perspective. So you have to move the camera. This is a very simple command, moving the camera towards the right angle. Okay. Another question is that, and on the next slides, maybe we can see it. Remember that usually the Liquid Galaxies have, the real Liquid Galaxies in places have not 5, but usually 7 screens. So 755 inches screens. So those rigs are large, maybe 5 to 6 meters wide. So some of you, most of you, when you go to a place, Gerard has problems to enter the. When you go to a place and to show some I would say KML that is not a point of interest, like for example a city, but when you are showing some information in a KML, and let me say two samples. Gerard has just entered the conference, so Gerard is doing the perimeter of wildfires, or for example Mattia is doing the paths of the rovers in Mars. So what you are doing is you have 5. Most of the time we test in a 5 screens Liquid Galaxy, even if we tested the 3, but you are only using the central Liquid Galaxy to show your KML. What means that? This means that you are not using the Liquid Galaxy panoramic view. You are always using only the central screen to visualize your stuff, and this is not right. What you have to do is make a nearer approach to your data. For example, in the case of a three screens Liquid Galaxy, your KML does not have to be shown just in the middle screen. It has to be shown in the 3 screens. So you have to approach your camera in the way that the KML is shown across the 3 screens. And in a 5-screen setup, you will have in the 3 screens you will have the KML, and then in the most left logos and the most right content. I think I'm going to show you in the next slides some examples. And again, those are things I wanted to explain. But in every project, we are sending you pictures and explaining you the problem. Okay. And at some point, if you don't understand, we will send you a video. Another question that the Liquid Galaxy shines is to show this 3D perspective. So you arrive to a place, you don't go cenital, but you go in a perspective situation, but you don't have to stay quiet there. You have to move the camera. How do you move the camera? With an orbit, and you have to make an orbit. You have always to offer the user orbit the place. When you go to a place, any place, you always have to user next to your UI button for the user to rotate the camera in the place you are. This is orbit, and in a later slide, colleague Josh will talk again about this. But so we don't want to see going places and not doing an orbit. The orbit has to be optional because an orbit usually takes time. But we don't want just to go place, not zenithal. It has to be in a oblique perspective, and then also you will have to offer the possibility to be making a round against the place. Let's continue. Go with the balance thing.
Yeah, so you should also be focused on creating some great KML balloons. Always focus that you have some image that is actually relevant to whatever is being viewed onto the Liquid Galaxy, and also that they are appearing on the rightmost LG rig. They are not just appearing on all of them, because it sometimes happens that you're making it on all the rig, and it shouldn't be the case. And I just wanted to provide this image, the title, the subtitle, the balloons, and the description. These are all the things that are needed. If you want to add a footer or a logo, that is just up to you. Just try to make it also visually dynamic, by which I mean if the language is changed, let's say we are supporting another language, let's say Spanish. So the text on the KML can also be dynamically changed. If you can do that, then that would be that you are providing some real internationalization. So you are allowing the language to change onto the balloons as well, and you will just have to save it maybe on a JSON on some YAML files, and just get it from that and just get the language and show it to the user. So try to make good KMLs. And also I just wanted to discuss a bit about the 3D. Before, the La Palma also was being shown on the zenith or the z-axis top view, and it was on my case as well that I was showing it in a 2D perspective. But later I had to incorporate some tilt and some angle, and the way that it looked later on was much more beautiful. So yeah, make some elegant changes in the way that you are making, so it is visually more appealing. So yeah, just carry on that good UX, and you will surely make a fantastic UX, I believe.
Let's see some samples. And again, this is not against any of you. I'm gonna show samples of contributors. This is not against you, because you all have to perform well, to do it well. But at this moment, there are some examples I would say bad. For example, Gerard, you could say hello at least. I don't know if you're working. I know, Gerard, thank you for coming here. I still you're at the office. So again, this is not against you, but maybe you can notice that just in the middle, in the center screen, you have a perimeter in red. Maybe you notice this. So here there are two things. One thing is that as I told you, we have five 5 very large 55 inches screens, and we are only showing the KML in the central screen. Of course, the user can then move the 3D joystick or whatever, or make an orbit if the program has the orbit. But please do not use the chat if not is something very important. So the point is that you have to make a zoom, go near the camera, approach the camera. When you go to a place, approach the camera in the way that this central KML is shown in 3 screens, not in 1 screen. So it's shown across at least 3 screens, always. Okay, it's a very simple thing. It's a matter of approaching more your KML. Of course, you don't have a full setup. Gerard has the opportunity to see because he comes to the laboratory soon and he has the opportunity to see it, but this is something most of you are doing. Approach more the camera. The other question is about balloons. In these 2 samples I'm showing you, balloons are bad for many reasons. Are very small, they have a very bad UI, has a few contents, and also most of you are having another problem, is that your balloon, as it's so small, moves when the liquid galaxy moves, your balloon moves up and down, and this is not good. The balloon has to be on a place. Okay, so this is something you have to repair. As it was shown before, I think I can still. This is the balloon from Yash project. You have to think about the proportion, but this is a nicer balloon with KML inside, with graphics, with text, large text, a bigger balloon. If we have 55 inches screens and then you do something like this size, it's totally unreadable because the person is something like 5 meters away and you cannot read this text. So the balloons have to be bigger, have to be nicer. So please do this modification. Let me show this is Machinor's sample. And I would say this is better, not perfect, but better. You can see the balloon on the right screen is bigger. When I say not perfect, this because Machinor's balloon, this is a snapshot. This is not a video. But if the liquid galaxy is moving for the next place or the user is moving, the balloon also moves up and down, and this is not good. And you will tell me, okay, but if the balloon is attached to a place, when the Google Earth moves, the balloon will move. And I say, yes, but then my answer to you is another answer, is that there are other possibilities to send the balloon that will not move. Something like an image or other techniques. So the question is that if your balloon is something like the one from the slide before, and we move the liquid galaxy, those very small balloons start to move up and down. It is something crazy. The Machinor's one here moves less because it's bigger and nicer designed, but also it's not good. So those are things you have to be taking care of this. Ian, if you have a question, you can raise your hand. Mentor.
Yeah, so I want to discuss about the thing of rotating the around the rig. So when you are seeing a place, you can make a very good orbit, and the orbit can be associated with an icon on your applications UI, and that can also have a rotating icon. Those type of things are always perceivable, operable, understandable, and robust. These are the principles of core, which is the basic foundation of all user experience, basic UX. And the way I see it is, if you are making some orbits that are happening onto the Google Earth, then you should also do something on the map as well. So try to think of a way that you can rotate, and always try to make both of the map and Earth synchronous in this behavior. And the orbit button can appear in a nicer fashion. You can just copy this icon, just make one in Figma, or just decorate your own. That's up to you.
Very, very important, this thing, because again, the liquid galaxy shines when the content is 3D, and when you're using the whole screen, the whole rig panoramic view in all the senses. So the orbit is very, very important. Thank you, Yash. comment again on the accessibility.
Yeah,
We are
this,
repeating the slides. You
yeah,
have seen
this,
already. Maybe it's the third
yeah,
time you see this slide, but
yeah.
now is the moment because you are now sending contents, real your IPKs, and then we can see if you have follow just instructions or not follow.
Yeah, definitely, because it is really important to follow accessibility. It should not be so that your KMLs are appearing this small and the balloons are appearing this small, and you are saying that you are following for all type of visual users, which also include people who just want to see bigger text in size, so they are able to see it better in a better way. And maybe you can have a setting where user can just change the font sizes, which will also incorporate to change the sizes in the balloon that are being sent. And you can do such things because these are the practical approaches to making things that have these accessibility features. And I would want to say that 15 or 20% of the global population at this moment, or 1.3 billion people or more, are facing a significant disability today, which can be a partial or total disability, including partial or total deafness, some visual impairments, some other difficulties, because this is a neurodiverse audience. And I would say that you should care about all such type of people because it always makes you a better person, as well as you're incorporating features that are a necessity for some, but they are just the features that are built for everyone. And I believe that I have included this example several times, but if you see YouTube, then you see that there are certain captions, and that captions could be helpful to you if you are, let's say, seeing someone who is speaking in a different language, or he has a faster English or something like that, by which you are able to read the captions and you are able to understand. Or let's just say you are in a library and you have forgotten your earphones and you just want to see a video and understand what the person is saying. So you may need the caption as well, because you cannot do lip reading all the time. So in a similar way, if someone just simply cannot hear, think of that person. He will be needing those captions as a necessity, right? So this is why accessibility is so important. You need to have features that are performant in not just visual, but auditory as well. You need to include big headings, proper contrast ratios. And I believe I have shared a tool in Discord already, which is a contrast checker. And you can just upload any image of your Flutter screen, of your application screen, and just see the contrast between your background and the text. And you can understand if a person who has been suffering these disabilities can see it, because if they can, the normal person can definitely see it. And that is why it is a feature for everyone. Because let's just say there is a glare on the screen and the screen is shining because there is so much sunlight, then the person would obviously need a good contrast. Even so, he does not have a disability, but then too he needs it. So yeah, just say no to small text of any low contrast. Just support multi-language support, because many people need it. They do not have a native English. And always include a reading mode if you can, just a small speaker button or something that can allow him to read whatever is being shown on the screen. And always place those buttons closer to the thumb, because we are now using a big tablet. So it is much more easy, much more convenient, better UX if you are just placing it closer to the thumb, closer to where he is holding that particular tablet. So yeah, that would be all in this accessibility slide. I hope sure that you are actually following it and you are being practical about it. So yeah.
We will push you to improve your presentations or KMLs on the screen or the Liquid Galaxy series on the tablet to these things, because we told you all since the very beginning, and this is something you have to push because it's, as just says, for the good of the humanity. So that's very, very real. And also for your own personal experience. I mean, for your, I would say, for your resume, for your curriculum, if you do a good job, you will be proud of showing it. If you don't do a proud work, you will be hiding your work. So we want you all to have something we will be proud of showing it later, and this will be a must for the Liquid Galaxy. Thank you, Mentor Josh. What's this? Oh, we have a very nice video. Do you like the video of the midterm? Raise your hands. You like the video? You saw the video. Let me show you some stuff about the video. For example, no, something you cannot do in the video. What is Siddhar? What is Siddhar's smile? It's not in the in the in the main chat. Maybe he's over there, but he just show the Gemini K APK in the video, in the demo. This is something you don't have to do. We ask him, of course, he says that he has many different keys and he's rotating the keys or whatever, but you don't have to show your keys publicly, never. At least delete after do some editing of your video, because I didn't notice. We have to edit a very long video without your video. So please remember, don't share it on your GitHub project. Don't share it on the on a video. Maybe you will get a $10,000 or $10,000 million request from Google or from whatever supplier if you share your key. This is bad. Okay, Oscar, where are you?
I'm here.
You're here, so this is yours. We don't see you, but we send some greetings to you in the midterm video, because guys, Oscar, just the day before the midterm, he went a personal problem. Show your face for a second. Don't be shy.
Bueno, as you
I'm
know,
asking you for showing. I am asking
problems
you,
with my eye.
Oscar. I'm saying you. I'm saying you show your face in the camera.
The camera is a bit slow.
Ah, you're showing. You're not wearing the glasses. Oscar went to the office with the glasses because his eye is in a, I would say, by shop. That's good to see your eyes running in a full, in almost full thing. Okay, you please stay with the camera, because you're talking to a people, and we need to know that you are real and not an avatar, an artificial intelligence avatar. So please go with these slides.
Okay, before everyone started sending the apps for GSoC, I already sent to some people the necessities to put your app in the Play Store. But now I will explain to everyone so that we don't have any problems or any doubts about this procedure. First, to launch the app to the Play Store, we need to have a lot of documents, text, and images that I will show later the requisites. And the real important part is that we don't mess up, because there's a lot of little things that can produce errors, and if we have a lot of errors, we may not be able to put all of the apps in the Play Store in time.
This is not going to happen. All the applications have to be published on the Play Store. So think about, Oscar will help you, it's his job, but you have to provide him with the right files, and done very well since the beginning. We will see later a slide that is showing, for example, that you are sending the AAVs in a very bad shape as today, but we are still in the early stages. But this cannot happen later. Continue, Oscar.
Okay, can you put the next slide? Here, this is the requisites for the main things that we need to the Play Store. The important part is the AAV and the JKS file. Everyone is sending them already, but we need for when it's time, we'll need the final version, and then I'll just upload it to the Play Store, and put also the app name is already done, so we don't really need to worry about that. But what I'll need you to do is the description for your app, what you want to show in the Play Store in the small text that shows, and also the big text, all of the huge text that you can see in the bigger description in the Play Store. Whatever you want to show and say in there, you'll need to send. And also we'll need all of the screenshots for the app. As you can see in the RAS here, we have all of the screenshots. You'll need to send them to me. You can show whatever part of your app you want. And the important part is the icon. This has to be a 512 and 512 pixels, and it's really important that the logo is not too complicated, because Google may say this is too much to put in a little space, so we don't want it. And also we'll need a bigger logo, just your logo with extra parts. It's gonna be 1024 for 500 pixels, and it's important to be 1 megabyte maximum, because if not, the Play Store doesn't want it. And it's important the same for this one, to make it simple so that it doesn't be too complex. But this one you can get a bit more creative because it's bigger. Okay, next slide, please. This is now I'm going to show you the steps to upload the app. In this case, we have here the main screen on the Google Play console. You can see the button that is highlighted with the red circle. It says to create an app. You press that, and then it's going to send you to the menu to put the name, the description, and say if it's an app or a game. The next slide, please. In here is this is the screen. You put what I said in the language. In our case, it's going to be English. And then you press create app, and then it's going to show the basic part of the app that is going to be. You're going to see in the screen. It's going to tell you do these steps so that we can begin the process of reviewing your app. And next slide, please. In here we have the part to put the app info, and as I said, we need the small description and the big description. As you can see, the numbers say maximum 80, because if we do over that, it's going to say no, we don't want this. And then you also have here the screens, the screenshots. We don't see the number because it's below, but it's asked for minimum of 5. So more or you don't need to do a lot of them, but 6, 7, it's usually a good number. Next slide, please. In here we have an important part that is what Google asks. For example, the privacy policies, the saying what age restrictions, the permissions. The privacy policies, I take care of them. Some of them are already done, and we're slowly but surely doing them. All of this is a process that I do, but it's important. For example, in things like permissions, that we have some issues that I'll explain in another slide, that we know which we have, and that there's not any permissions that could be like giving us data that we don't need. If you don't need that permission, you have to delete it. Next slide, please. In here we have the main screen to upload the app bundle and the JKS, and in here you also put a little title with just say this is the first release for the app, and a description on what you want to say of the app on this release. Next slide, please. Now I'm going to tell you some important things. The app, as I said, the permissions, if it has any background permissions that aren't necessary, you need to delete them. And if the background permission is 100% necessary, you need to tell me so that we know what to put in the other part. Then also the package name, it can be com.example because Google is the default package name and it's not allowing any app to have that. Then also the SDK version has to be a minimum of 33, but it's going to be a lot better if it's 34.
Explain why.
Right now, the Play Store allows to put SDKs of 33, but it says in the policies on the Play Store that from August 30, it's going to not allow anything below 34. So it's better that we put 34 so that we won't have any issues with the apps. And the import.
Sorry. I want to name a short thing also. Oscar will be also contacting some of you because some of the old apps need to be targeting the 34, because if not, Google will delete from the Play Store the applications since starting of October. They are starting to be very hard on this. So next to this, we have to improve all their applications just to have still them on our Play Store. Sorry, Oscar, continue.
Okay, and the important thing is that you use your JKS file is really important. We can lose it because if we, for example, now that we're doing beta releases, we have already a JKS signing key on the ABs, and if you put a different one, it will give an error that I show you later. And this it says that don't release the app in testing versions, but we're kind of doing that, but it's something that I have to worry about and not you. Next slide, please. Here is a bit of the what we need: the graphics, the text, some icons, and the important files that are the AAB and the JKS, and everything will be in a new folder that you will create in your GSoC folder named the Play Store material. And it's important that we have all of the important things before August 8. And I sent not long ago a document that it says all of the procedure. If you have any doubts about the document, you can contact me at any time. Next slide, please.
Maybe there are some other slides later. Let me comment this one. So those are also examples of applications. Cool. Maybe later, Oscar, because I move some of the slides. Those are some things I want to tell you. As we are focusing lots of our projects this year on the AI, we also thought that we need to make it clear what is the model or models you are using in every application. And when I say that, I mean visually. And of course, if you have the Liquid Galaxy on the left screen with the logos, you already are showing what is your model, like Gemma, Gemini, Grok, or whatever. But if you are on the tablet, remember that one thing, and I'm going to push on this in the following slide, all applications have to work without Liquid Galaxy, have to work standalone. This way your applications can be used for more users because you don't need a Liquid Galaxy to use your application. So when you only use your application, you don't get a clear view of what is the technology behind. So what I am asking now, this is something new for all the contributors, is that in the place where the finger is, you will have to put the logo of your model or models. For example, AI Touristic Explorer on the left, and on the place where the finger is pointing, I think I'm not pretty sure. Maybe this is from Rohit or Shivan. What is this application from? Who's the one doing that? Who?
Manas.
Sorry, Manas. Excuse me, I don't remember all the applications. Believe me, it's a crazy. So Manas, again, it's not a question of you. This is a sample for all the contributors. So Manas has this user interface. So Manas will put there. You are using Gemma, is that right, Manas?
Yes.
So Manas will write here, made with, and the logo of the model, made with the logo of Gemma, logo, made with Gemma. If you are using Gemini, you will write made by, I say made with Gemini logo. If you're using Grok, made with Grok's logo. If you're using, I don't know, what other model, if you're using any other one, you have to paint the model of the logo in a clear place of your user interface and will be always visible. Okay. Question that is happening now, the LG Tools screen is is next to the settings for the Liquid Galaxy connection is the most needed screen. All the applications have to have the same. Let me show you something. This is, I believe this is Mahinor's application. And Mahinor is a experienced developer with us because she has been with us as a second year in GSoC, so she knows what we need and what the Liquid Galaxy needs. So I'm not going to say that this is the most prettier screen, but it's workable, it works. But there are some stuff that is here that you will say in the next slide that is not here. Matia, I'm not focusing on you, remember, just we are commenting. Take a look at, there are 3, 5, 8 tools there, and you have 6. So there are some 2 tools that are not there. And sometimes the tools are not as needed, but sometimes are very needed. And one very important thing, guys, please remember my words. Your application has to be able to delete from the system your logos and your KMLs, to show them, to hide them, or delete them. Why? Because when we leave, or we or any user in the world leaves your application, and you leave your logos there because you don't know how to handle that when you leave, the user leaves an application, deletes the logos, because it's very difficult. I mean, I will say it's impossible. You have to offer the user the possibility to delete all your stuff on the system. So it's very important that you have this position of show your logos on the left screen, hide your logos on the left screen. Clean KMLs, this is also the most important, because all your KMLs, your lovely created KMLs, have to have the possibility to be clear. So please implement all of these options. And here you have to add some. This is not against you, Matia, again, it's something to talk with all the people. So please implement all the functionalities and make those work for real. We have still several Liquid Galaxy settings screens that have all the buttons but don't have the functionality. We are on time. We are still on time, of course. We are just passing the midterm. But remember, those functionalities have to work. This is yours, Oscar.
Okay, in this screen we have some of the errors that I told you before. The main error is the sign-in key, and as you can see, it shows that it's searching for the first one, and the AAV that is loaded in this time is using another fingerprint, and it gives you this error because it can be like this. This is mainly solved by using the same sign-in key for every AAV, and then you shouldn't have this error. And the second one it's not so much as an error, it's a bit of a...
Go, Oscar. Go. We will answer it a bit later.
The second one is more that we didn't count all of the permissions, and the Play Store said, watch out, you have here a permission that you need to declare. And in this case, it was a permission that we didn't need, so we deleted it and we just didn't have the error anymore.
So these two errors are happening all day long with many of your applications. Please don't do this. You know that this happens. Remember, we are still in a good timing and good chip, but times goes fast. And then when we will have to release the application for real in the Play Store, if we have those problems, we are going to have problems for publishing your application in the Play Store. So those are things that we already know. We are telling you by email personally, and we are telling you publicly. So please be careful with the signing of the application, and also be careful with the permissions you are using. Only have the permissions you are using for real, because Google do not want applications to use more permissions than they need. If you need more permissions, you have to explain specifically what the hell you need these permissions. Google is so hard on this. Is that everything, Oscar?
Yes, that's everything.
David, go.
About I'm sorry, I have my voice is okay.
Welcome to the party.
About the first error, I had that same error today, as if I remember correctly, but I feel like it may be a problem. I don't know if it's been solved when I send it again, but I think that it may be something random if it's happening repeatedly. But because, for example, in my case, I've created the bundles the same way every single time, and I haven't changed the keys and anything. And randomly, Oscar has had that error, and if he hasn't had it again, I'm sorry, I can't speak. I've done it the same. Like the second time I've presented, I've created the bundle the same way, and it has worked. So I don't know if there's a good way to prevent this.
Any of you have any experience on this that you want to share? Go, Shiven.
Yeah, I've also had the same problem. Like, I haven't changed any of the specifications regarding the keys, but still there's an error. I don't know if the problem is solved. I've sent another version by doing it the same way because there's nothing really to change there because it has already worked once.
Think about that those errors are not rated by us, not by Gemini, not by ChatGPT. Those are the errors that Google Play Store team sends to us. Most of them are automatic. I mean, they have an automatic system of testing your applications, all the applications that go to the Play Store, and some of them are by a person. But at this moment, I believe those are more automatic. So this is something Play Store tells us. This is not something we say. So if they find this error, it's because they think you have this error, and they will not be allowed. They will not you cannot complain to them. Well, I mean, we have all to look for the problem because they say, okay, this is happening. This is your question. Vedan. No voice. We are not hearing you. No. Hello. We are trying to listen the poems from India, or mentor poet, or poet mentor. Rita, you can smile. Vedan has the most beautiful talking here, but we are not listening to him. Vedan, you're failing. Just come in with the you can join the meet with your phone. Join with your phone, and maybe it helps to this. Any other of you have? Oscar, go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Yeah, so my question is related to one of the slides that was about removing private keys from the GitHub repo.
You mean the funny thing about our colleague Siddharth, this one?
Yeah, so if I understood correctly, what this was also hard-coded in the repository, right?
I didn't say this. I don't want to say this. Remember that the repositories are private at this moment, not public.
Okay.
And Google and GitHub will give us an advice if we open, because they have already systems implemented for this to not happen. Because if you release a key, bigger problems can happen, not in your application, but in the whole world.
Yeah. So I wanted to highlight two different things. The first one being that if at any point in your project you have written any file with a private key, regardless of it being a configuration file or inside the code, it's not. It doesn't get solved just by committing the removal of the key. That's gonna stay in the history in the previous commit. So you're gonna have to do some extra steps in order to remove it from the entire history. That's something to have in mind. If that happens to anyone or has already happened, they should contact their mentor and see how they can manage to remove the entire history that references the key from the GitHub repo. This is important. We are lucky that so far we are doing it in private repos. We don't have issues from people are really snooping around and seeing what we're doing. But this is important, especially if you are going to deploy with those keys. Also, something else that you can make sure that everything goes well in the end is that for any API key you're using for developing your project, when everything is about to be published, reset all keys everywhere. That should be a good practice also to do.
We already have several of this before we started development streamings talking about the management of the keys. The practices are known. We explain them. Just today we are making a little joke because I don't want to focus on Siddhar or largest smile on the team, but there's something that can happen. We already explained what are the methods to have the keys in external whatever variables and so on. But your point is very good, Oscar. Thank you, and we'll do that, of course. Thinking that if we have the problem, you have to look backward for the history and so on. It's not as easy to delete. You have to do other questions, and you will have to manage this between you and your mentor. Maybe we have double Bedan now. Bedan, are you there again? Bedan, unmute yourself. We see you muted. Talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, come in, our poet.
Okay, finally. So I was saying that I had faced this issue last year. So I cannot remember the solution exactly, but as far as I know, that when an Android application is signed, it is signed with a debug key which is already generated in the system while creating the application. So while making the bundle, you have to explicitly create a signature and then sign with the AAB with it while creating the AAB. So I believe if we do that and we use that same key while sending the signature, then this issue will be solved. And I believe, as far as I can remember, that was the solution I used.
Shivan, do you understood that?
I also read that, and the solution that I found to that was just using dash release after, like, I generated using terminal. So there's an option of adding dash release so that the debug keys are not used.
Okay, we'll be dealing in every case, but this is something maybe. Okay, we have to deal in every case, but remember that this can happen, and it will slow down the process of publication. More questions. Again, this is something we already have said. Remember, you have to. We are uploading your AABs to the Play Store in beta because we need that for other contributors, not on this Meet, but external contributors like Pablo that is on the YouTube chat and other persons that theoretically help us in testing. At this time, only a couple of other contributors have helped. So we need this to be in the beta of the Play Store for sending the link to them, and they test the application. And also, as you remember, you both have to release APK and ABB every week because we did this for testing at Ticket Galaxy headquarters. So this is target is that in August 8, you know this date from many months ago, August 8. In the past, it seems something, oh my God, August 8 is in the other side of the world. But now we are reaching August 8 in no time. So in August 8, you have to be sending us your almost fully developed and tested APK because Oscar will be handling from this day next to his mentor Alejandro the publication on the Play Store, and we need your application almost ready with the less bugs possible, with the best UX, with all the functionalities implemented. So still hard work. Mattia wants to join the call. Mattia again? Something happened with Mattia's streaming. So remember that we need several weeks for the process of publishing your application because problems will happen, 100% sure, and we need time to deal with these problems. We need time to deal with you for removing the errors and so on, and to complete your applications. But for August 8, your updated APK ABB this day has to be almost fully finished. Okay. Think about, I told you also this many ways. Think about why having your application in the Play Store, for you, and for everybody, because it gives you lots of visibility. Okay, I don't know if any of you have already an application published on the Play Store, but most of the contributors never had an application published on the Play Store. you will be able to say, to put on your LinkedIn, on your resume, or telling to your teacher, your colleagues, your whatever, that you already have an application published on the Play Store. And this is very good for you. This is good for the reachability of the people that want to download your application. Remember, all the applications have to run standalone from a Liquid Galaxy, so you don't need a Liquid Galaxy to use your application. And then this gives us an easy way to maintenance the code and upgrade the code if needed, because it's pretty more easy that when we use some other typical scripting languages like Python or so on. At this moment, we have, Oscar maybe can correct me, 30 applications published. The 28 we have from last year, but plus 2 more new from the community activities we have done this year. We have something like 5 more coming that are stuck for several reasons at the Play Store publishing, but we will fight for those also to be published. But the point is that with your 11 more applications that are coming from your work, when I say 11, it's because Oscar is not going to deploy an application. We plan to have for September almost 40 applications published, and this is a very important question for all the community, for you and for all the community. What else? Again, some names. Must-have functionalities. I was saying, what I don't know is why it's not appearing here. 1 second. I've been doing 1 second. If something is gonna happen, I need to reload the presentation because I was doing changes. Come in, you can do it. Whoops. 1 second. 1 second. I have a problem. Well, some days we have problems. Today is the day with problems with the streaming. Those are not usual. Let me see if this is working now. Almost. 1 second. Something is not good. Transform, establish. I'm changing the visualization for the OBS. It's not good now. Rafael is coming back. 1 second. One second. Transform, establish. I am changing the in real time. Now it's good. So just Rafaida has entered the Meet again. I was showing. I wanted to show you this because again, this is a functionality of all of your application has to have. It's a must. If you don't do this, you will not pass GSoC. We say you since a month ago, and still some of your applications are not doing. But there are some applications that are doing it amazingly well. And I don't want to put names. Remember, this is a community thing. You are still in the middle. But both Rafaida and Aritra have a very good implementation of this thing. Is that when you have the Google Maps on the screen of the tablet, you move the Google Maps screen on the tablet, and then this is replicated in real time on the Liquid Galaxy. This is a fixed photo. This is not a moving photo. It's not a video. But if it was a real thing, I will move the finger over the map, and then the Liquid Galaxy will move simultaneously. This is a pretty good implementation of this technology that has to be on all the applications. All the applications have to have all the data on maps in the application in the Liquid Galaxy and be connected one to the other. Okay. Again, Rafaida, at this moment, take a look at the bubble at the right. take a look at the bubble on the right, the very large bubble Rufaida has with the information from the ships that next to his mentor Oscar are doing, and this is a very nice crafted bubble with information, a large one with plenty of information, and on the right screen. It's not perfect in the sense that when you move the Liquid Galaxy, this bubble moves a bit, but as it's so big, it moves a bit, not a lot, with like the other very small ones that we presented before. I think yes, go.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that this is a very good UX that all must have to represent the maps as well as the Earth. And if it is standalone, then just make sure that anything that can be seen just by a marker can be seen by a marker onto the maps. Otherwise, if you can implement, let's say, polygons, polylines, or say images onto your maps, then that would be good as well. So just try to decorate the maps as much as you are decorating the Liquid Galaxy. So and the more visualization, the better.
This is a screenshot. Well, this photo is not showing everything, but Rufaida's application, as I said, is a very, very nice one. Rufaida, open your camera. I want to see your eyes. Your Rufaida, are you there? Oh, Rufaida's coming. Rufaida is back again with us, with his virtual escritorio. So, Rufaida, your app looks very nice and your KMLs are very good. Okay, for you to know. And anything you all can take a look at the Rufaida's initial demo on the midterm demo. But it's a very good implementation of both, as Jas was saying, on the representation of the KMLs on the tablet screen and on the Liquid Galaxy screen. In this photo, it's not seen, but Rufaida is using. Maybe you can see it a little bit on the left screen, just under the logo. There is a red line coming from up to down. She's making a mark with a large polygon of the area where all the vessels are situated. So. Also, Rufaida, I have to tell you publicly, your vessels are appearing again, so I'm very happy. They disappear for days. We can show those in the demo, in the Monday's event we have. But today, we are in the laboratories, we're happy because your vessels appear again, and this is good. I didn't know you find the error or what happened. What happened here?
Because the KML file was too large. So whenever I uploaded to the master machine, if the connection is not very stable, sometimes the file got corrupted. So I upload the file by streaming, not chunk by chunk, not all the file at a time.
So thank you for your sharing your experience. This is very important. So you before created a file that this was large because you're handling, how many ships you're handling in a moment?
It's 4K and half.
4,000, you say?
Yes.
So you're handling 4,000 vessels that are small.
With every vessel, yes, has a marker, and the polyline is too large.
Yeah. So that's good. Instead of sending this large document by, I thought you did that with SFTP, something like this, over SSH. You send it by streaming.
Yes.
And this is now running right.
Yes.
Good.
Exactly.
Good. Just sharing it for all the community. Thank you, Rufaida. More questions. I think we are going to the again, repeating again. Demo day. Remember, not too many weeks ago, we were thinking, okay, we have to start GSoC, and now we are talking about demo day. Summer runs so fast. I told you since the very beginning. So let me remember you how the demo day works. Remember it because we have been talking about this for many other days, but let me remember all of you of this. So you will have to record your own video. 10 minutes maximum. I don't want to see Mahinor over there for the maximum situation. Mahinor, are you still there with us or are you away visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Mahinor.
No, I'm here.
You're here. Fantastic. So 10 minutes maximum. Horizontal, not vertical, never vertical, please. Good light, good sound, and good resolution. Hundreds is an error for me. This F is not here. Hundreds of persons, including Googlers, will show you. And this is very important for your future because this demo video is usually seen by hundreds of persons, and it will be something like a hit for you in YouTube, because you can send people to see your demo day and be proud of it. So we want you to make it nice. You have to present yourself and the goals of your project to camera. You have to do a deep explanation, technical explanation of your project, not simply to say, oh, okay, I have done this. No. You have to do a deep technical explanation, explaining what code techniques you've been using. If you are using AI, what model, what techniques next to the AI thing, what tools, how do you use the AI server. So you have to go deep this time. This is not midterm. This is demo day, and this is the day you. I don't know how to say this in English. You put all the eggs on the basket, I think they say, because this is the day when you present your applications to all the mentors, to all the community, and based a lot on this day, you will be evaluated for the last day of GSoC. So do it nice. And also you have to do a demo of your application, 3 minutes maximum of your application. So we are 10 minutes talking, 3 minutes of recording your virtual rig, because you don't have a real rig. And also of what? This is something wrong. Prepare a script 2 minutes maximum for a live explanation. This is off. This is something is not end. Sorry. So it's 10 minutes for the general explanation of you and your techniques. 3 minutes for the virtual. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna correct it live. This is when you talk about your GSoC experience, okay? Okay. So total 15 minutes. 10 minutes looking at camera, 3 minutes with demoing the application, 2 minutes looking at camera again, explaining your own personal experience. This is how it's been going. If you have enjoyed it, if you have, I don't know, you can say whatever you want. Don't say bad words, because we will delete those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you will do nice. And also next to this, we will add again a short demo of your application recorded on the large screen Jada Liquid Galaxy rig. Okay, on the 5 screens. Very important, reserve 3 hours for this day. Have water ready. It will be a large streaming, because this will be in a mixed way. We will have you will present it live. Your video pre-recorded video of 10 minutes will be shown, but then you will your 3 minutes demo also will be pre-recorded, and then the 2 minutes live experience will be explained live, and also there will be the interaction. First, the mentors will ask you questions, your mentor and other mentors, and then also we will give the opportunity other GSoC contributors to make you any questions. So this is something like this is gonna go. So reserve your calendar, and remember, this is a must for all the interns. You have to be on this day, because it's the day that you put out the eggs on the basket. I think in English they say it this way. Okay, what else? My presentation. Okay, live code reviews. We told you that. Next to the demo day is the last day for reviewing your. But in a calendar that we'll be sharing with you in August, we will make some events with. I think it's going to be 3 persons every day, that the contributor will have to explain to camera and with the desktop how is your code. So you will explain your code, showing your code to the screen and your face to the screen, and you will explain your code. And remember that you will have to showcase the Flutter part, the IA models part, and the functionalities of your code. We will be sharing a calendar in starting of August. Still not. This is something that we will do after the rush of the August 8, just like midterm. We want you to focus on the August 8 delivering, and after August 8, we will be sharing this calendar, and those will be live. Those will be live, not pre-recorded. So 3 persons of you will come to the meet, and we'll do the live review of your code. Vale? This will be something we will say after August 8, because on the main demo day, remember, you have, I think it was 3 minutes. You have 10 minutes total to explain the code, but this will be pre-recorded. It's not the same if you do it pre-recorded and live. Why? Because whatever mentor can you tell you, okay, fantastic, explain us this piece of code, where this goes, or what is those. And if you have used some AI tools, fantastic, it will be shown that you don't have knowledge about this part of code, and we can have some problems. So you have to know your code because it's your code. And this is the way you present to the community your technical abilities and your code. So again, this is something not to think now. You will have after the rush of August 8, but just to remember you. What else? I think we're finishing. Congratulations on your AI research. What means that slide? So all the AI apps have successful passed the midterm. We didn't expect that because it's hard. So you manage, not you manage, but you manage to make a demo that sometimes was not real, sometimes was mixed thing, but we were happy with this. But now you have to develop the full thing with the AI Docker and connecting. We are already doing that with 2 or 3 applications, not part of the 7. Ryan is here. Hi, Ryan, say hello. Ryan, in a few days, will start to send you the AI voices. Again, that will be for August thing. And so remember, it's going to be difficult because doing the Docker thing in your house is one question. Doing it for real in the Liquid Galaxy Lab is another question. And then connecting those things, there are something usually networking errors are happening now. I don't remember. Oscar, what are the Dockers that are not connecting at this moment?
From the 3 Dockers that we want,
we have 3. Well, no, we will have 3 only because those are the ones using Gemma. Is that right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, and those are
Mahinur. We have right now the
Shiven.
Docker for Shiven and Mahinur.
And who's the third person? Manas. Manas? Hello, Manas?
Yes, I have sent the Docker.
Yeah. So we have 3 persons that have to use the Docker system. We have already 2. Still, we don't have the Manas one. No problem, Manas. You still have time. But some problems are happening. You already, in personal way, know what are the problems. So one thing is running in your local environment, development environment, the things. And another thing is running it for serious in a serious Liquid Galaxy rig system. So let's push for it because, as I said in my other streamings, your AI projects have to shine. All the projects have to shine. But this year, AI is the hype, so we have to deliver, and I am pretty sure you will do that in a nice way. So let's work. Manas, go.
Yes, I have actually sent the Docker image and also added the documentation as well.
You have sent it? Okay.
Yes, I've added it in the folder.
Okay, no problem. You ping us, Oscar. So we have the 3 Dockers already. I was not aware of this. Thank you, Manas. So those are the 3 systems that we'll use. And as we don't have Siddhar here. Where is Siddhar? He's not there. No. So he will be smiling, remember, because he uses Gemini, and then he's having less problems than others. Okay, what else? We are almost finishing. Oscar, do you want to comment on this thing?
I don't have any comments.
So the comment is the text. Remember that you have to write a clear documentation on how to install the Docker base. And when I say as fast as you can, you already have done this, and we're starting to doing the installation and the testing, and you're starting to get the feedback. So at this moment, I think no one of the projects work, but of course they will work. And Steven also used 2 Dockers because he has a different approach for the system. That's okay. We already agree on that. What else? We are almost finishing. Remember, we have the song contest. We have delayed the day of the song contest because almost no one is sending songs. So I understand no one wants to win the prize. Bad for you. So we have already 3 entries. We have delayed it till the July 29, and please, just it will take 10 minutes of your day to make this, and maybe you win the prize, and also win having your name in all the streamings. Will say that music created with Suno by contributor X. We will continue doing starting August the GSoC podcast. If you want to join us, just ping me like Gossi did in the past. If you want to contribute next to Mahinur, Ryan, Manas, Medan, and Josh, just send me a ping and you will be invited to the next streaming. And again, this is for the other contributors, not for you. So I'm gonna extend to 3 full swag packages for the most active contributors. This is not for you, for interns, for GSoCers, not for the lovers. This is for external contributors that are helping us on testing the applications. And I said before, there are only 2 persons that are starting to deliver. There are other persons taking notes of the meetings. There are other persons reviewing code. But I want all of the persons that say that they want to contribute with us. And then at this moment, if they do, I will send a swag package to the 3 most active contributors. And let me say that, Mahinur, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
My question is, you get a package from Jada Liquid Galaxy Lab, is that right?
Yes, exactly. I got it from the Kiss app.
And the question is, it was nice?
Yes.
I remember you show some pictures. I don't remember if it was in LinkedIn or whatever. We sent you plenty of stuff, so please collaborate. What else? Reviewing the calendar. Calendar is now, we have get rid of July and June, so we are almost in August. August 8th, almost fully developed and tested APK and IVV, ready to polish on the Play Store. We were talking for this for many weeks. Remember, we cannot allow any delay on this. You'll not pass GSoC. I cannot write it more in a bigger color. I'm pretty sure Josh will tell me that this is not very usable, but I want to make it clear. We cannot allow any delay on this because you have to have your APK published on the for real in the Play Store before the end of August. If you don't send all the things Oscar has sent already to you, an email for the Play Store, you have not sent the contents, you don't have your application fully tested and so on, you will not pass GSoC. So please remember, I told this you from the very beginning, your goal is to have your application fully developed and fully published on the Play Store. This is the way we show to the people that we have achieved our goals. So please do that. We will have all August to test errors, to solve things, but the application has to be ready at the very first days of August. Do the documentation and so on. And again, August 20, last day for deliver your videos for the demo day. August 20, we will not allow any delay on this again. And August 24 will be the demo day that will be live and pre-recorded. We will have your videos ready, and then you will do the live part of this. What else? August 29, you will deliver experience video, something different, or another video. We will talk about this. It's not important. And on September 3, the most important, we will announce if you pass the GSoC, and you will get the money and the certificate. August 25 total deliver. August 26 streaming. This is something we already said. Dates, again, please do not go bad with the dates. And in red, you can read below that 2 persons almost failed midterm for this, for late delivery. Not for underworking, because they have their work in a right position, but they didn't send the things for the right day. So again, when those are dates from the Liquid Galaxy community, we can be a little flexible. But if you fail with a date for Google will never allow any change. So you will not be able to send an email to Google saying, okay, I'm sorry, I have a problem or whatever. Google will not listen to you and you will lose GSoC. So please, I always say this, but believe me, the goal is that you succeed, and we are always telling you this in advance. Dates are very important. Follow dates and complete with the dates. And this is the last slide, I believe. We will continue doing things. On July 30, we will have our next GSoC meet. So you have 10 days without doing anything like this today. So reserve your agenda for July 30, 5 p.m. CST, Central European Time. We will have the next review. And on early August, Mattia, Baghini. I'm right, Mattia? I'm wrong?
Yes, Baghini.
Baghini, excusez-moi, perdonemi, amici. That's corrected. So Mattia Baghini will do a presentation in how to prepare a good documentation. He's working with his mentor on a tool with this, on a document, and he will share, thank you, Mattia, he will share this with you, and we will make a streaming for this thing on early August. We still have to agree on the date. We'll make something for the Flutter code for LG. We will. This is gonna be certainly the those live coding code demo days. We will make those. I will say more focused on Flutter. Of course, you have to show all the AI and whatever, but at Flutter is your main thing. Flutter will shine there. And the personal experience videos that will be last August. This is something for the future. And another GSoC streaming, something in middle August maybe. What else? Questions? Questions about this? Any questions about today? Rufaida? Okay, perfect. I know those streamings are large. We are 1.5 hours on the streaming. But again, those are for you. We review problems. We give you training. We will advise. The goal is that you succeed on GSoC. You are doing pretty well, I will say, Al. Remember to take care of the document we're crafting for you with the errors. And this is it. Yash, any comment for those guys?
Yeah, just don't delay it. And it was shown in the red color, which in UX is called a danger. So it would be danger if you delay it. So don't do that.
Danger. Oh, danger, Will Robinson. Mentor Oscar, any comment from Tenerife, pretty lovely Iceland? No.
Well, too hot in here. Not much
too
to
hot?
say.
Oh, bad.
But can't complain.
But for you, what's too hot?
Yeah.
What's too hot for you?
Too hot is no air conditioning for this summer yet.
Why? Because your apartment, I remember, has air conditioning.
Because it still has to arrive.
Okay.
It's not here
But
yet.
no. But let's make a social comment. What is the temperature of say in Tenerife?
I don't know, 26 maybe.
So Vedan, what is the temperature in Pune?
Currently, it's around 22.
22 something? Only 22? You're living in a marvelous place, man. I thought
23.
No,
Currently
23. That's nothing. Josh, and yours?
It's around 31.
Prayak size 30. Shivan, how much?
33 in Delhi.
33 in Delhi. Rufaida, 35 in Egypt. In Rufaida, you're in El Cairo too? Rufaida, you're in Cairo?
Yes, I'm in Cairo.
Mattia in the northern Italy, almost in the mountains, is 31. Pretty hot there, Mattia. Ryan.
This is what I say. I can't complain actually.
Yeah. I was saying this because you can't complain. I think Mana says 22. Ryan, how about your Vancouver place?
Like around 30 because it's like a heat wave here.
Yeah, I know. Heat wave. 29. Take a look. David is something like you. 29, you 30. Mattia, who else? Gerard, you're in the mountains. I don't know if you are in Balaguer or in the mountains. You are in Ager. You will be 25, 27. Gerard? No. Gerard, 26 for Manas. Oh, heavy rains. That's good. Oscar, what is happening in your town?
Right now the temperature is in 32 degrees, but it's going to get a lot hotter. We're going to reach 41 degrees on Saturday.
Yeah, it's gonna be a funny day this weekend in Jeddah, capital. So guys, stay out of the 29 in Calcutta. Okay, Rohit. So we have a very, very lovely representation of India big cities. We have Calcutta, we have Delhi, Pune, and others. Good. So thank you for coming today, guys, and take care and work hard. We are not gonna have any meeting in 10 days. But you have to work hard. You're gonna receive every day Oscar's email saying this is bad, this is good, on the document or on the situations. Remember, we have to succeed, and we're here to help you. Take care. Bye bye.